Hey everybody, welcome back to another show. You might hear a bit of noise in the background. Got some landscapers doing some landscaping with some loud noise, so you'll have to bear with me with that for a little while. I'm sure they're going to finish up soon and move on to quieter activities. But I hope you guys are doing well out there. We got some good stuff coming on today's show. Dog goes to the moon. Now we've been back in dog on runes on Bitcoin. That's been doing pretty well. Pulsechain, of course, we're going to cover that. TitanX, X28, and Shogun are looking good. Shogun obviously going to be the Magnus opus there for Jake Sharp there. So looking forward to that. We're going to be covering some of the news in crypto, particularly about the IBIT options and also potentially the new SEC head. So let's get into all that. It's going to be a fun show. So let's start off with the markets. Bam, there we go. So we got the Dow Jones at the moment is down 0.28%, 120 points to 43,268. We got the S&P 500 down up 0.4%, 23 points to 5,916, and we've got the Nasdaq there up 1% and 193 points to 18,983. So the stock market doing pretty well overall. We've got the US dollar is still sitting pretty strong at 106 on the index. So look at commodities quickly. We've got West Texas oil there, $69.30. Brent oil there, $73.30. We've got gold at the moment, $2,635, and silver at $31.31, just up slightly there. So that's kind of the commodities there. Now, I believe that NVIDIA's got their big AI chip coming out in December. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Let's see where that heads. Well, let's go into it. So that's pretty much it on that. Let's jump over to the crypto markets. Have a look where we're going there. And don't forget to get in the chat there and make it lively. And let's get some action in the house. We got the Bitcoin at the moment, $31,830, up 0.5%. And that's looking pretty good. 57.69% or 57.7% now is the Bitcoin dominance. We could reasonably expect that to continue to track upwards, maybe somewhere between 60 and 70 and before we get altcoin season. That's traditionally what we've had in the past. And then, of course, the bottom of altcoin season last time was about 40%. So let's see where we head with that. Ethereum at the moment is at $3,996. So it's up down 1.8%. The rest of the market is down. So we've got Bitcoin down, BNB down almost 1% at $614. XRP down 2.6% at $1.09. ADA down almost 1% at 73 cents. Tron down 1.5% there at just under 20 cents. Solana down 1.8% at $235. That's kind of our leaders. They're all down. Let's have a quick look at Litecoin. Litecoin down 3.25%, $86 on Litecoin. They're kind of our leaders, but Bitcoin is looking good. Really, in my view, we're tracking for over 100K Bitcoin. Obviously, by Christmas, maybe 120 even. Let's check that out. That'd be pretty epic. All right, we got the Bitcoin there. Obviously, on the hourly, we can see that we had a nice little rally of about 91,000. We went all the way up overnight to 94,000 this morning. And then we've come all the way back down to just below 92 at the moment. So that is on the hourly. Let's go to the daily on Bitcoin. Let's see how we're tracking there. Very nice. Look at that. Beautiful, right? Beautiful. So tracking really well there. Let's have a look at our prediction based on typical Bitcoin cycles. And we are tracking very well. We've already got into our Christmas band of 90 to 100K. Like I say, given the fact we're here so early, we could easily start heading over 100K up to 120K probably, given the momentum that we've got at the moment. Still got this golden cross in play as well. We've still got another interest rate cut potentially in December, so that's the key. And then we'll just track up here. Maybe by March, April, we could be even in the 150K zone. And, of course, maybe $250,000 by the end of the year. Definitely plausible in 2025. So that's pretty exciting. So let's jump into some of the cool stuff that's been happening and helping the Bitcoin. Well, we've got the IBIT, obviously IBIT there with their final tally for the first day of options in terms of the ETF options. And then just shy of 1.9 billion came in today. Pretty amazing. Compare that to, say, 5 billion for gold at the moment. So it's pretty exciting. So 1.9 billion notional exposure traded via 354,000 Trump contracts. 289,000 were calls and 65,000 were puts. but that's a ratio of 4.4 to 1. These options were almost certainly part of the move to the new Bitcoin all-time high today, and that's some of the numbers there. So pretty successful launch. Bitcoin is gaining momentum with new products like options there. Now, looking at the returns that we had at the moment, we've so far for November, we're at 33% on returns this month. Isn't that amazing for Bitcoin? 10.7% in October, 7% in September. So we're looking very good for December. Man, where's it going to head? Where's it going to head? And of course, last year we had about 12% in December by comparison. So very exciting to see where Bitcoin returns continue to head here. In terms of the Bitcoin halving, you see the green lines are when the halvings occurred. This is 2016. This is 2012. That's 2020. And of course, 2024 here. And we are looking for the banana part of the bull market. We're looking for this part here. And that is the section. And we are just starting to see it now, already starting to appear here in the end of 2024. So things are looking pretty good, folks. Looking pretty good. Bring it on. Moving to Ethereum on the alley. Ethereum's had a little track up as well. Tracked up from 3,083, got as high as 3,150. Back down again in that range. Now currently at 3,100 at the moment. Let's go to the daily on Ethereum. Check that out. And we can see that, yeah, we had a nice big rally. We got all the way up to 3,446. We're currently at 3,100 at the moment, just triggering there. But guess what we've got going on here? A golden cross. So very bullish here. And the gap between it is $20, $20 to close that gap out. Golden cross incoming for Ethereum. That is super bullish. The timing couldn't be better. So yeah, feeling very good about the lead into December. Remember, we have another interest rate cut in December, and we'll get more bullish stuff about crypto from the crypto president Donald Trump, who was at the SpaceX launch today, Starship test number 6, I think it was. So pretty cool. Let's jump over to meme coins. We've been getting some action on meme coins. Obviously, Dodge has been doing well with the Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy there, and that is Department of Government Efficiency have been tagged onto the narrative. And we've got 56.7 billion in Dodge market cap. We've got some good moves for Pepe for the week, up 34%, but down 5% today, 8.1 billion. What else is looking pretty good? Bonk is up 40% for the week, up 6% today at 3.9 billion. So we've got some really nice movers here. Peanut the Squirrel, which is a relatively new entrance, come up 275% for the week, up 5% today, just under 1.7 billion. What else is going there? Brett on base chain at just under 1.7 billion, up 39%, 2% today. Let's see what else. Mogcoin out 29% for the week, flat today at 923 billion. But of course, we're going to get to the star there. Before we do though, we've got Ponk is up 47% today, 410 billion. And of course, we're very, very much looking. Actually, I haven't got this in the right order there. Let me just reorder that. Let's just jump down to Dog. So Dog here is up almost 99% this week. Isn't that fantastic? So we've been picking Dog for the win, up 16% today, and the market cap 823 million. So looking very good, just at 8200th of a penny. So really, really good for Dog. And of course, some of the big catalysts for Dog have been this week. Dog has had a number of centralized exchange perpetual listings, not spot listings yet, but perpetual listings there with leverage. And we'll see that we've got OKX has announced, Kraken announced this week, and OKX has just announced today as well. So you're looking pretty amazing there. Obviously, they've also got a review listing there on Binance. That's a big one, right? So we'll see whether that perpetual listing on Binance gets made. That's a major catalyst. And then, of course, getting spot listings. Getting spot listing for these is going to be huge. Also seen a number of big influencers covering Dog on runes on Bitcoin. So this is playing out very, very nicely as we've been talking about. So if you've been in our strategy club, you'd have been on top of this. Links in the video description if you want to join up to that. That's $35 a month. So pretty cool. All right, so that's looking really, really hot. So let's have a look at overall on the crypto markets and see where that's landing. We have hit 3 trillion in crypto market cap. Isn't that fantastic? We're down just very slightly today to 0.2%. Volume is 182 billion and down 7.5% today. That's kind of where we are at the moment on the overall cryptos. Pretty cool. Now, the big news, of course, moving forward, obviously Gary Gensler out, and President Trump-elect has considered a crypto lawyer. So getting a crypto lawyer, how things have turned so fast, how things can turn around and become so good so quickly. So crypto lawyer Teresa Goody Gillen there has been tipped to replace Gary Gensler as the SEC chair. That's from a CoinDesk report. So that's very, very bullish. Obviously, we're looking forward to it. Obviously, strategic Bitcoin reserve, good regulations, clear regulations, no more lawfare anymore. And of course, getting a pro crypto lawyer there. That's exciting times, right? So very, very excited about where that's heading. So pretty good news all around for crypto. I think we can't deny that. We've got Wookie in the house. Hey, Wookie, let's do it. Hey, Wookie, hope you're doing well there. Let's get into Pulsechain quickly. We've got day 557 on Pulsechain. We've got the price at quadruple 0633, up 4.7% at 63% of the sacrifice price. So that's tracking up quite nicely. Wait till it gets over 7,000. That'd be really, really exciting. We've got Pulsex at the moment, quadruple 0397, almost over 4,000. And that's almost 40% of the main sacrifice price, up 10% today. So a really nice move. After we saw Hex move, we've seen Pulsex and incentive move. And I've said that for quite some time. It's probably going to move next and is undervalued, relatively speaking. We got the total buy and burn is at 1,081 billion. 5.38% of the public supply now bought up and burned. Looking pretty good there. Incentive token back over 40,000 on a ratio. That's a bullish sign at 41,800 pulse, up 9.3% today at $2.64. That is tracking pretty nicely. Hex on Pulsechain, or PHEX, is at 2.18 cents, up 4% today. And EHEX is at 0.3 of a penny, so it's made a nice little move in consolidation. Combined price of EHEX and PX is about 2.5 cents. So that is tracking very, very good for the next move higher. Looking good there. Before we get into the rest of the charts, let's quickly check out the key numbers here for Pulsechain. 409,000 beats, so a little high, but 0.9 of a penny for a Pulsex swap, not too bad. There's 11 Gwei on Ethereum at the moment. It's 1,318 times cheaper than Ethereum, so it's always a good chain to do business on, particularly DeFi, which is where we live. 48,700 validators validating the blockchain at the moment in the bridge. So look at that, 121 million. So that's great news, folks. That is really great news. We've got a bit more DAI in there, I can see. Obviously, Ethereum and Wrap Bitcoin are contributing pretty well. And EX is up as well. So that's some of the key contributors there. Back up 121 million. It's the first time I've seen over 120 million. Not sure whether it crossed over yesterday because I wasn't streaming, but that's really positive news, folks. Watch this chain. Watch this chain. That number can change pretty rapidly with a number of different mechanisms that can be used there, if you know what I mean, by Magic Out Road. So it's kind of cool. We're going to have a quick look at some of the top performers, obviously. We talked about Hex. We talked about Pulsex going up there, so it's pretty good, almost hitting 4,000. That's very bullish. Let's go to the derivatives. Obviously, derivative plays there. We see Base, which is the 1 year Hex staking pool or mining pool. That's up 8.25%. Lucky, the 7-year one is up 7%, and the 3-year one up 5%. So some of the notable ones are moving there. Looking at stable coins, we've got PDI is heading back up towards 1 cent again. Let's have a quick look on that. That is at 0.68 of a penny. Looking pretty good. Look at that, nice. So we got up to 7,300, and then we moved back down to just below half a penny, and then we're back up here again. So showing some real strength here. It's getting into the overbought territory, but could move quite a bit higher before it does. Maybe a double top out there at just over 0.7 of a penny on its way to 1 cent, right? And of course, if you're in the maker, the P maker DAO theory, then this could all be pretty magical money in the future if that does play out. So we'll keep a track on that. Let's have a look at the influencer coins. Steve Scoob up 17%. More token from Trayvon up 7.6%. So there's some of the bigger moves there. Let's have a look at overall on Pulsechain and have a look at the volumes there. We've got $34.3 million in volume during the week. That's good. We're in right now 25 to 45 million zone. I'm pretty happy with that. Transactions 328,000, so that's pretty good too. Let's have a look at some of the top performers. Looks like we've got this Baron Trump coin that's just been launched in 16 hours ago. Very speculative, of course, up 2,600%. We've got Hachiko, been around for a month, up 45% there. Blaster's been around for 10 months, it's up 32%. Teddy Bear, pretty popular with a lot of the influencers, up 30% there. Up token there, UpX, I should say, up 26%. That's related to, is it Liquid Loans, I think. PLS Miami is up 17% there. Scuba Steve, which we talked about, top influencer coin up today, 18%. Soul's up 18%, been around for 2 months. UFO, which is related to PDDC, is up 18% as well. Nuts Squirrel, Secret Squirrel Society, a lot of funny names in the leaderboard today, isn't it? Up 15% there as well. So we've got lots above 10%, haven't we? X is up 13% there. Lady Gaga up again 14%. We've got Crow up 13% there. Free Palestine, thanks to the IDF, that is up 12% as well. There is what else we got there? Pulsechain, of course, managing to round up at number 10% as well, and PDC the Greys. So those obviously very cool to see Pulsechain and the Greys there both up over 10%. So lots of cool things happening. Just an honorable mention, I can see that Loan Token is up 9% there, so it's pretty cool. So good to see Liquid Loans getting a bit of momentum there as well. So that is kind of the play on the old Pulsechain. That's going to lead us into TitanX. Before we do that, let's catch up on some of the chats. Ink has been on a rip, says Wookie. Absolutely. And we've got X Down Under. What's cooking? Good to see X Down Under. I hope you're doing well. What else there? We've got Fast Abdul's in the house there. We'll be replacing Gary Ginsler. I'm not sure if that's going to be happening, but we just talked about that. Good to see in the chat though. Tim Top's in the house there. What's up, Hexkins? What's up, Hexkins? Good to see you, Tim Top. We've got Brennan as well. Morning, Superman and family from sunny Thailand. Yeah, Brennan living the dream over there. Looking very, very, very cool. All right, so kind of cool. All right, let's get into it. We got TitanX up in the play. So we've got the total ecosystem market at the moment, 231 million. Now we have had quite a few days of, we had about 4 days of recovery after the big sell-off, and then we've had the last 2 days, probably a bit of a sell-off since the last 2 days. So we had 4 days. So you've got to ride through that volatility at the moment. We've got the ecosystem volume at 7.3 million. TitanX users heading towards 19,000. And what else there? Over 101 trillion TitanX has been bought up or burned, basically. So that's kind of where we are there at the moment. Oh, it just looks like we've got a bit of pump there. And it's 9 million, 9.39 million. So that seems to have lifted somehow. Let's have a look here. I wanted to look at the amount of liquid TitanX. Shall we do that? So we're sitting at 54.4 trillion. I did say that we're on day 389. So day 396 is the last day. We've got the big staker coming out. So we've got about 3 or 4 candles, I think, in between this period that over the next 7 days. The biggest one is about 2.3 trillion coming out on day 396. So that's in about 6-7 days. We're currently at 54.4 trillion in liquid. I think you probably could top out at 60, but I don't know if it's actually going to make quite 60. We shall see. It's going to be pretty touch and go on that. But 60 would be about the top one there. And then that's pretty much it, right? It's deflationary from then on. And of course, we're going to talk about X28 and Shogun, which are going to help deal with all the liquid there and move value into other propositions. So let's have a look at the top burner at the moment. I think it's pretty important. So top burner at the moment is Hyper at 7 trillion. Inferno there is at 604 billion. But I wanted to talk about X28, which of course we had Jake Sharp get on with the big influencer Joe Perry and Crypto Kindness earlier today. We've almost had 1.3 trillion TitanX go through X28, and about 600 billion TitanX has now been burned. And the only opportunity there at the moment is arbitrage. And so once Shogun launches, this thing's going to accelerate dramatically. So keep a lookout for that. X28 is going to be massive from that point of view. The other one thing we're going to see in the first 28 days is that for Shogun in particular, is that we'll see people try to buy TitanX to match with their shares that they're going to go into X28 and therefore enter Shogun with that, or at least go into Shogun that way. So it's going to be pretty interesting. So yeah, very excited about that. I don't know if Shogun's actually on the list yet. Yeah, we've got future projects here, upcoming projects. We don't know if we have Shogun on there at the moment. It used to be on there, I think, but that's not on there now. Now we do have obviously a big deal with that. So X28 is going to be pretty massive. Where's the X28 gone? Let's have a look here. The X28 here is a one-to-one to TitanX, but when people put their TitanX into X21, 50% gets burned, right? The TitanX gets burned, so that's why we're at 600 billion, and the other 50% is used to buy X28 and burn it off the market. So pretty cool design, and of course you're going to need X28 for Shogun, which is going to be the first killer app on Shogun on the Ethereum chain. Of course, X28 is designed for multi-chain or omni-chain, as people like to call it. And we have a number of chains that will be supported in due course. They're not activated yet. But you got Base Chain, Arbitrum, or Polygon, BNB, Optimism, Blast, and Avalanche. And they're going to be active once the bridges open up. It's not active now. It's going to be using layer 0 to do that. So pretty cool. And we've got the stats at the moment, 737.5 billion X28 in existence. We've got about just under 300 in the LP pools, but this is going to increase. You watch this number, this BOT protocols once Shogun launches, and of course we're seeing more support from other projects as well. I think that Eden, I think, may be supporting X28 starting. I think it's launching on Saturday, I think, so that could be pretty cool. Yeah, so on Saturday, expecting Eden to launch. That's going to be pretty bullish. It's not showing up on the current upcoming projects. The current one that is launching in a day or so, day and 70 hours, is Element 369 NFT. So it's going to be bullish for Element 280, and that's at Element 280. It's up here somewhere. Yeah, Element 280. So that's operating, and this is going to be beneficial for that. 1 day at 17 hours and 38 minutes to go for that. So that is ticking it down. So if you're participating in Element 280, then maybe Element 369 NFT will be something that you'll be interested and checking out. The other thing, of course, that we're looking forward to is obviously Shogun. Shogun could be very soon, in fact. Where are we at now? The 20th. So we could have it, maybe some people picking the 28th of November. We have had the first audit approved. We're on SEC audit round now. So 28th of November probably seems like a good time with the old 8s. So that's kind of when we could reasonably expect it at this stage on Shogun, and that's going to be a big deal for the whole ecosystem. That will also be 8 days. That would just be after all the inflation comes out from the stakers, right? That big 2.3 trillion that we're expecting on day 369. So all seems to add up. Pretty good timing. So yeah, Element 369 launching in a day and 17 hours. We are expecting Eden to launch. So Eden to launch there. We should get a countdown here, actually. I don't even see Eden on this list, so I'm not sure why that is. But probably expect that to pop up here and get a countdown. We are expecting it for Saturday. So yeah, and they've had a number of UI printed as well at the moment, so that's kind of cool. It's not on here, so I can't quickly go to it because I'm on a different browser than I normally am. But that could be pretty exciting. In fact, we might pull it up on a different browser, but let's see. Who else has jumped in here? We've got Wookie in house there. Must have gone to the beach. BTC pumped, says Wookie. Indeed. We've got Vasa Abdul talking about 2px and Titan Farm on 2px. What else have we got there? We've got it will be the 28th for sure, says Wookie. You don't have enough Shogun. Yeah, well, we don't have any Shogun yet, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. All right, so that's kind of cool. So yeah, what do we got there? Element 369 coming. Eden launching this Saturday, I believe, and it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. They're also going to be preloaded staking pools with 200 billion TitanX for the 8-day. I think it's 48-day, etc. So that's going to be very, very popular for people to get into that. And Shogun, Shogun coming. So we could, Element 369 in the day and 17 hours. Then on Saturday, which will be the 23rd, Saturday 23rd, will be Eden, and then the 28th there, which would be Shogun, no doubt, is probably where that's going to be penciled in there. But everything's going pretty well. So that's 3 big major launches. Now, obviously, we'll also had delays in the pillars for Vault. They've been deferred to time with maximum volume, but hopefully that gets pulled forward. They should be on a timeline that's best suits vaults because they're going to add to the perpetual auctions. So as you know, Shogun's going to have a perpetual auction, particularly for 28 days. Shogun's going to allow you to do stakes and liquid together for 28 days, and then just liquid, right? So I think it's good to see that fill up. So a lot of these ones we're particularly looking for turbo, which is going to be beneficial for hyper. And what's the other one? Beast, isn't it? Beast for Hydra. I really like to see those two. We know that we're going to get peak inflation for those early mid December for Hyper and Hydra. So getting, I don't think it matters to actually time those exactly. We could have better to get those pullers out, in my view, by maybe just after maybe 3 or 4 days, probably the first week at least for after maybe Shogun or something like that. So we'll see where that lines up. I know people are trying to line the projects. Maybe there's some sense in that, but we'll see. As you can see, the charts are pretty on another retrace today. TitanX is down 11%. They were all up about 3 or 4 hours ago. Looks like we've had a whole ton of trigger sales there. Dragon X 16%, Hyper down 19%, Hydra down 25%, LS down 15%, Volt down 32% there. I think actually Volt may have triggered some of the sell-off actually on there. We got Inferno down 10%, X28 down 10%, Lotus down 28%, Morpheus down 25%. So there's lots of good value to be picked up in the old TitanX ecosystem at the moment. Flux down 13%, Awesome X down 10%, Alien X down 12%. Baby Dragon X is the only one to, because I think it's first day, right? Up 11%, and Scale down 12%. Legion X down 17%. So everything's pretty much down in the TitanX ecosystem today. Blaze down 18%, Tink down 17%, Element 280 down 10%, ORX down 20%. Now we're expecting Ouroboros to launch probably this month. So far delayed, so we haven't really seen anything updated about that. But that is a big deal once it does get over the line. There, they do have a lot of testing. There's a lending protocol and stablecoin, so you could reasonably expect to have a bit more work there. Viper's down 36% there as well. Maybe it was Viper that sent us down on that. So they all have to route through the TitanX pair, depending if they're going to ETH or not. So that is kind of the play on that one. What else are we going to say about that? I think that's about it. So yeah, X28, Shogun coming. Yeah, we've got 3 big projects, and then maybe in early December we get some of these pillars. So that is kind of the play there. Anything else I had to say? Not sure. Let's see what else we got here. I see TitanX Hub says log crypto. So then there will be X28 Hub. That's true. So at the moment, the theme is build on TitanX is now sort of shifted to build on X28, which will be omni-chain. Nice one, Shogun. You're looking forward to that too. We've got Andreas in the house there. Hey, mate. Good to see you, Andreas. Hope you're doing well. How2 says Trump shuffle coin breaking all-time highs now, says How2 there. Yeah, lots of Trump coins out there, and some of them pumper dumpers. Some of them are going to be around for a while. All right, so that's pretty much it. I think, yeah, 30 minutes on live stream. That was pretty quick for me today. Let me just pull up Eden. I think there was a couple of sneak peeks on Eden, so we'll do that before we wrap up. Let me just pull it up on Eden there. And we're going to go through some of these. Let me add some sneak peeks, so we'll go through those. Let me just change the screen out there, and let's share the screen instead. All right, so yeah, Eden's going to be launching this Saturday. Looking forward to that. Final logo design and updated white paper. So we've got all that sort of stuff there. Eden. Let's jump through that. So we have Eden front end drop. So this is 40 minutes ago. Details of launch day, time to follow. So I do believe it's still going to be trying to target Saturday. And that is the front end there at the moment. So they've got the mining page, staking page, payouts. Like I said, payouts going to be preloaded with 200 billion TitanX in there. So I think it's going to be pretty popular. The buy and burn and the stats page. So that is kind of cool. That is where we are there. If you're in Strategy Club, we would have posted a lot of the background stuff there. Some of the Eden highlights. So we've got 200 billion TitanX preloaded into the 3 staking pools. There's going to be the Eden Bloom reward, so people like those. Fully decentralized buy and burn, auto compounded of rewards, no penalties on anything. So looks like it's going to be pretty attractive. It does have a pretty aggressive a cost to it, so the 2.25% per day decrease in token allocation. So it is getting in early, is very much encouraged by the tokenomics. So remember that. I think within like 2 months, it's 68% more expensive, something like that. So just take that into account. 4 audits. There's been 4 audits apparently. A link to the white paper tomorrow. Shooting for Saturday 1 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, that is sort of Saturday the 23rd. So that is ticking away there as well. So it's going to be pretty fun to see this. Obviously, Lotus will benefit. That is the play at the moment. So kind of cool. Yeah, here's the decreased costs. You can sort of see gets a far more expensive comparison of token decrease versus cost increase. So it gets very expensive very quickly within 2 months. So pretty cool. All right, what else we got there? Everyone loves these AI arts, don't they? AI arts these days. Yeah, so there's lots there to be read. So that is on the Eden one, which actually doesn't seem to be on the TitanX hub for some reason. So I'll post that link in the chat there if you guys want to check out Lotus and all the latest there and go into the white paper. That's all. The links are all there at the moment. Bam, there we go. And we've got a few other people in the house. We've got Brian. So folks, good to see our community leader Brian in the house there. We've got Hedgehog as well. Woohoo! Get excited, that's for sure. So I think that was it. We haven't really didn't really go through the NFTs on there for Element 369, but you can check those out as well. And Shogun, if you want to check out Shogun Crypto Kindness, did a post on that. Did a video with Jake Sharp overnight just a few hours ago, so definitely check that out. Otherwise, if you're in Strategy Club, you would already be able to see that there. All right, hope you guys enjoyed it. 31 minutes. It's a fast live stream, but hey, look, we went through so much, all the latest and greatest in crypto. New SEC lead, the options for IBIT, and of course all the 3 new projects launching on the old TitanX within the next week, which is crazily good, right? All right, take care, everybody. I'll catch you guys again soon. I'll see you in Discord if you're in there. Links are in the description to join up to our private Discord, and I'll catch you then. Bye for now. Take care. See you in maybe 2 days' time, something like that. All right, take care. Bye for now.